called One Love. Again, we're going to check out the website, which is onelovethefilm.com. Again, Josh, to get it in.
Yeah, well, actually, I met Josh through Natasha, and then we met DJ through Josh. So it's all connected.
and I've known Natasha since I was a year old. We lived next door to each other for 25 years.
And I met Benz when I was acting in his. Was it your first short film, Decorating 101? And so I was cast in that, and that was pretty interesting. So that's how we met.
And I didn't know I knew Ben's, but I'd seen a lot of his films before. So once I met him, I was like, "Wow, I know that guy. Where did I see that guy?"
Now, it's interesting because you've always been determined to do your own thing. I just the other day I was looking over an interview we did on television about 6 years ago when you were on the global television series that you were on.
That's right.
And yes. And you were talking about doing your own thing and straying off the page a little bit and bringing what you bring to the role.
Absolutely, you have to do that because if a script is a skeleton, so you definitely have to always be creating. And in the career in entertainment, you have to do the same thing. You have to be creating, the opportunities for yourself and for others. So this was an opportunity for us to do that, and we worked with a lot of great actors. All over the country, and it was definitely a great experience because it was like all positive energy, it was all love, and the story is something that needs to be told.
Basically, the story is about these characters facing a critical moment in their life and how they were going to react to it. Russell Ewan, how he reacts to seeing his wife in that state and what he does at that moment to try and help. So we deal with a lot of that. It is a short film. Mm-hmm. So we're going to take all those stories and play it out between 14 and 15 minutes. So it's going to be a lot of information thrown at you, and I think it's going to be very interesting that way.
So let me ask Natasha, when you got the script, what did you bring to it that wasn't on the page?
Night before the shoot, I got home. I flew in from New York. 12:30 a.m. or so, Ben's and I are on the phone, and he's telling me, by the way, I rewrote the scene. It's in your email. Okay. So I read the.
By the way, this is before the director knew that the scene was being rewritten.
Right.
He was still working on set.
And the writers didn't know, and the other actor in the scene, Larry Day.
I got a call at 6:45 in the morning. Ben's is on the phone. He's like, DJ, I really need you to see something. Can I talk to you now? I was like, I'm in the car, Benz. Can we wait till we get on set?
Yeah, no, it was quite interesting. So, and then he tells me, and you have to be off book. You have to be perfect. You can't fumble on your words. Nothing like that. You got to be really professional. We got to do this. We got to bring it. So I started. It's a short film, lower budget, so I had to choose some wardrobe. So I then, got ready, started doing my nails, things like that. I went to bed at 2:30 a.m., woke up at 5:50 a.m. because I had to meet him so we can, really start practicing and working on our chemistry and things. So it was rather interesting.
Okay. Who else is in the movie besides those who are around this table?
Oh, we just got Lin Liu, who just said how we sound great. She's in Toronto right now.
We also have Russell Ewan, right?
Yes, Russell, who's actually in Toronto as well right now.
Mm-hmm.
They could possibly both be listening. They played the Asian couple who has the miscarriage.
Okay.
Which was a very dramatic scene where she's... Go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is, we keep saying, the Caucasian couple, the Asian couple, because, the concept of the film also was that the three separate couples all had different nationalities, but none of them were to display any accent. So it's not like it was discernible, by hearing them speak. It was just their look. So so it's also a way to break the stereotypes, which is what you need to do as a performer, because they try to put you in.
I got to mention right now that there's a young man who your name is with the camera.
Donald.
Donald's got a camera because I guess, as I mentioned, when Ben's travels, he has an entourage and everything is documented. But at the time, I have to mention for the benefit of the listening audience who can't see this, at the time when people are talking about Ben's, he's sitting there going, cut, cut. So don't cut anything. This all stays. I just want to make sure everyone...
It'll all be on the website in about 48 hours.
I'll be on the website. The website, by the way, is onelovethefilm.com. That's www.onelovethefilm.com. And if you don't remember the the URL. Just go to my website, peteranthonyholder.com, click on the What's On page for tonight's date, and you'll find it right there. We'll take a break and continue talking with the cast and crew from One Love. This is Montreal's New Way. Now, you mentioned, DJ, during the break, that the people working on this film came together much from the same mindset as Ben's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being very independent.
I think that we were able to attract this this type of talent because they're not usually faced with these challenges in acting all the time. I think that they wanted to play these parts because they saw the role as something that they never did before and something that they would be able to do very well, but never had the chance to. And many of them told me, they thanked me because they said, we would do this again in a heartbeat. Because the things that we did here, we don't get to do in commercials, and we get to play small parts in these big films, and we never get to
these
play
are people
these
with like 80 to 100 film credits.
I can't. I was speechless when they said that. I said, "You're an amazing actor or actress. I can't believe they didn't let you do that." And they performed. They were all ready. They read the script. They showed up and they performed. So it made my job really easy.
This would be like the film version of when you guys are in theater school. It's like, let's get together and play. Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny, when me and DJ was on the way over here just now, we were talking, and about how how much of a great time it was, and I told him that in 15 years of acting, I had never touched a woman's face on screen. I had never had a tender moment with a woman on screen, or a man. But I'm just letting you know.
You mean none of those interrogation scenes?
It's always this. They want to put you in a niche, and you're grateful that you're there because you get to make some money and you get to advance your career. But then after a while, you realize, wow, I've never done that, and that's something that I did in this movie, which was touch her face when she was having bad dreams and bad feelings about the adoption that eventually did go wrong. So that's what you want to do. You want to do it because you get to do stuff that you just won't get an opportunity to do.
I also think that what you were talking about, how do you get a film like this made when you don't get grants and all that, through the passion of Josh was talking about his contribution, and he going around telling people the story, getting them involved in that and getting them passionate about that was one of the ways that Josh was able to get a lot of those things, a lot of the hospital. Just talking about what the film's going to be about, starting to inspire people to give us stuff. The equipment, Cinepool gave us a lot of equipment, the camera gear, Département de Caméra. We were able to get, Paula, the production designer, she gave so much to us. The Jewish General gave us,
the Jewish General Hospital gave us probably $500,000 worth of equipment to just fill up the set. We were shooting at a hospital in RDP, and it was a kids' mental hospital basically. And the hallways were completely bare. Every room was bare. There wasn't a table or a chair to be seen anywhere. And we filled up this place. It looked like an emergency room and a hospital room and a maternity ward. And it just, we had people that work at hospitals that came in and said nobody would ever question that this wasn't a hospital.
Now, when will we have the opportunity to see this film?
I will be sending it on the festival circuit and handing it over to my distributor to get it on TV as soon as possible after that. And then we plan on making this into a feature. I already have investors that are lining up, and the two writers that wrote the short are lining up to possibly write the feature as well. And we'll have a feature film ready for everyone in Montreal to
and
see around the
hopefully
world.
he keeps me on board, doesn't cut me to play, some famous LA actress.
That would be crazy. Come on.
I just wanted to just add something in. I think that while we were shooting the film, one of the things that was pretty evident to me that we were doing our job was when my director of photography stood up and looked at the scene where our character had a miscarriage, and he put up his hands like a frame and he said, "See this, DJ? This right here was my fear for 6 months while my wife was pregnant." And he just looked at it for a while, stopped, walked away, and I said, "We're doing our job."
Wow. The film is called One Love, and the website again is www.onelovethefilm, and people can keep an eye on the website and find out.
Yeah, we're gonna have pictures up
story.
there in the next
Excellent.
few days.
I thank you guys.
And one more thing, I can't leave the show without saying.